They met in a place where nothing was supposed to last. The town was called Seabreak, a narrow strip of land pressed between dark cliffs and a restless ocean. People came here to disappear. Some stayed for a season, some for a lifetime, but no one came with plans to build forever. Ethan arrived first. He rented a small room above a closed-down bait shop, its windows permanently fogged with salt. He told the landlord he was a writer, which wasn't entirely a lie. He wrote letters he never sent and stories that always ended too soon. Mostly, he came to Seabreak to outrun a past that refused to stay buried. Clara arrived 2 weeks later. She worked mornings at a quiet seaside cafe where the coffee was bitter and the conversations were short. She had eyes that looked like they were always searching for something just out of reach, and a smile that appeared only when she thought no one was watching. They noticed each other slowly. Ethan first saw her through the cafe window, standing behind the counter with sleeves rolled up, humming softly to herself. Clara noticed him because he always sat at the same table, never used his phone, and stared at the ocean like it owed him answers. Their first conversation was unremarkable. "Is it always this cold?" he asked. "Only when you expect it not to be," she replied. That should have been the end of it. But Seabreak had a way of pulling lonely souls together. They began talking every morning about books, about music, about the strange comfort of anonymity. They never asked each other the important questions: why are you here? What are you running from? How long will you stay? It felt safer not knowing. By the third week, they were walking the beach together at night. The moon hung low over the water, and the waves sounded like something breathing in its sleep. Clara told him she used to believe the ocean remembered people, that every name ever spoken near it stays somewhere in the water, she said. Ethan smiled. Then it must be very tired, or very lonely. He didn't realize then how much that sentence would come to mean. Their love didn't arrive loudly. It settled in quietly shared silences, fingertips brushing the way Clara leaned her head against his shoulder without asking. It felt temporary in the way summer feels temporary, beautiful because you know it won't stay. They never said forever. They said for now. For now, they watched storms roll in. For now, they cooked dinners in Ethan's tiny room. For now, they pretended that time had stopped noticing them, but time always notices. One evening, Clara didn't show up at the cafe the next morning. The chair she always sat in was empty. The coffee tasted wrong. The ocean felt louder. That night, she came to him instead. Her eyes were red. Her hands shook. "I need to tell you something," she said. Ethan already knew that whatever it was would break something inside him. She told him about the accident from years ago. The fire. The man who didn't make it out. The court case that ended without justice. The guilt that followed her like a second shadow. "I came here to forget," she whispered. "But you made me remember how it feels to be alive. And I don't know which is worse." Ethan wanted to tell her they could stay. That pain didn't have to decide their future. But the truth was heavier. He had his own secret, one he had buried so deeply he almost believed it was gone. He was sick. Not tomorrow sick. Not someday sick. Soon. He never told her. Instead, he held her tighter, loved her harder, memorized the sound of her laugh and the exact way her breath changed when she slept. Some nights, he woke up coughing, staring at the ceiling, listening to the ocean outside and wondering how much of him would still exist after he was gone. The last day came without warning. The sky was painfully blue. The ocean was calm, as if mocking them. Clara stood at the train platform with a small bag at her feet. "I can't stay," she said. "If I do, I'll never heal." Ethan nodded. He didn't trust his voice. They held each other while the train approached, metal screaming against metal. She kissed him once, softly, like she was afraid of breaking him. "I'll remember you," she said. "So will the ocean," he replied. The doors closed. The train pulled away. And just like that, she was gone. Ethan stayed in Seabreak. Weeks passed. Then months. The cafe closed for winter. The bait shop below his room never reopened. His body weakened, but his memories sharpened. On his last night, he walked to the shore. The wind was strong, the water dark and endless. He spoke her name out loud, letting it dissolve into the waves. "I hope you're happy," he said. The ocean answered with silence. Years later, Clara returned. Seabreak looked smaller, older. She walked the beach alone, carrying a life she had built somewhere else, a job, a home, a version of herself that had survived. Near the water, she found a small plaque half buried in the sand, just a name, Ethan Heleno dates. No explanation. Her knees gave out. The ocean roared around her as if it had been holding its breath all this time. And in that moment, she understood. Some loves aren't meant to grow old. Some are meant to be remembered. Some are meant to disappear, but never truly leave. The waves touched her feet, and somewhere beneath the surface, the ocean remembered their names.